Well, here we are in the shop today. The Evil Twins replacement. Still a work in progress. So this is the new twin engine for me that's going to replace the Evil Twin. We're working on it, taking a look at different things on it, doing a little bit different setup with it.
It'll get two rotors, one here, one caliper here, one caliper here. It's got I welded in spacers to get the calipers in the right places.
And part of the reason for doing that is, you know, some of these tracks are really smooth. Some of the tracks are really bumpy. Some of the tracks, if you get a little bit off, and it's easy to get off on a twin. My rotor was actually banging off the pavement at Rock Island, which is, you know, a pretty rough track to begin with because it's street track.
That's a great rotor for the way it works. Problem is it's a cast rotor.
Yep.
And when it bounces off of a
Piece of pavement
or a piece of curb or whatever, you can break that rotor. We've had that happen 3 times.
Yeah, all in the Evil Twin, all with me driving. I went off the track in one spot in Springfield, took a big chunk out of it. Rock Island, it was hitting the whole time that we were at Rock Island. And then I had a catastrophic failure at Quincy, going down into the Monza, the worst place you could probably, one of the worst places you could probably have it because you're really hard on the brakes. And I'll probably insert some footage of that going off the track. That was no fun. It actually kind of even hurt, but you know, that's part of it. Could have been a lot worse. But yeah, this is what we've been working on, along with a few other projects.
Does not have the right axle in it. This is just mock-up axle.
Yeah, this is all mock-up right now. So, getting it ready to go to powder coat, and you know, we always, when he builds these, you want to build the seat pan before you take the powder coat. Been over that before. Fairing design's a little bit different this time. A little bit bigger, a little different shape. Let's see what we did here in to accommodate the micron. And yeah, typically if you know you run 2 engines, you would want 2 microns, but it gets a little hard to mount all that stuff.
I welded these little tabs right here on this last batch of karts. That's where your timer goes. Yep. Your electric eye.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Yeah, and you put one on each side because every track is a little bit different. You know, it's like anything. You know, yeah, they didn't have that back in the day, the electronics, but here we are in this day and age with electronics that are pretty good. The engines are getting pretty rare. You want to save them and not blow them the hell up. And you know, so we put the electronics on them to make sure we're not over revving them, make sure we're not overheating them. We can check them lap after lap after lap.
I've had some people just recently, they were complaining, well, microns aren't vintage. What are you running a micron on there for?
Actually, a Micron 4 is pretty vintage.
Yeah. When it comes right down to it, if you can need a 28 over McCullough piston, there's probably not one this side of hell if you can even find one.
Yeah.
I said, so at the end of the day, you want to be monitoring your temperatures pretty close.
Yep.
We've been having a hard time getting West Bend pistons and rods and things like that. You better to monitor your motor, because when you burn that part down because you didn't have any gauges, good luck.
There's not another one out there. You over rev that engine and you throw a rod, guess what? You're done.
So I'll use the best gauges I can possibly find to monitor my engine.
Yeah, and with this setup, I mean, we're actually set up. If I do decide I'm going to run a second one, I'll run it just like I do in the modern type setup, where I'll have another gauge off the steering wheel. So, you know, it's one of those things you need to run the electronics nowadays. Whether it's the old Digitrons or the newer Microns, you need to run those. Just to save yourself some time and money and parts. But yeah, this is how it's going together. Looking good. We didn't do a big build series of this, but there's going to be some other build stuff coming, so with a special guest star probably. And we still got one that we really haven't unveiled yet, that has a special buyer to it. He's a good buddy of ours, a special person, so we're kind of keeping that one under wraps a bit. There's a few people that know about it, but it probably will shock some people to realize that he's going to run a rear engine. And I think this is going to be an eye-opener and a lot of fun for him too. So, and matter of fact, he is picking his kart up tomorrow, and I'm not going to show pictures of it.
And this gentleman has, and he's a hell of a driver. He's done this forever. I hate to have to say this, but he informed me that he really hasn't had much fun in the Yamaha class the last few years. So there you go. Not everybody wants to run Sidewinder in a Yamaha.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to just have a good time, and he wants to run a rear engine kart this year.
Well, and it's like everything. Life changes too, and life has changed for him. And so, you know, the reason I run rear engines is I still race modern stuff and run a lot of laps in modern stuff. And quite honestly, the Invader, yeah, it's a 1975 kart, but it runs just like the modern kart, really. Drives like the modern kart. This, however, this right here, does not drive like a modern kart at all. It's like a dump truck on steroids with 3,000% more horsepower than it really can handle. Had a lot of other things going on. This is not the only kart. You've seen a couple of the others in the build, and there's a couple more sitting there. I don't know how many of these you built this winter, but
6.
But yeah, so they're coming along.
Got one at powdercoat, one at upholstery.
Yep. And then of course the special Rockstar edition that's in the other stall of the garage, and we're not showing pictures of that just yet. So that'll come later. So, a little short video on what's going on in the shop here. So this is the new replacement for the Evil Twin. So, not sure what I'm going to call it just yet. We're throwing ideas around. Maybe I'll make a poll for all you guys to see what you like better name-wise. but it will have a name. Yeah, I'll put a picture up also of me sitting in it, so you can get an idea of what it's going to kind of look like. Tune in for more. Please like, subscribe to our channel, and there'll be more coming. Season's getting closer. We'll see you out there on the track.
Lean left. Lean right. Next corner. Ooh.
Yeah, get that lean up. I don't do that high over the top thing that Aaron Kruger does. And I don't look like a, I don't know, what do you call Tom Kelly? Maybe this is Tom Kelly right here. I'd have to put the pedals way back here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. Still picking on you. So
Brother Tom.
there you go. This should be a lot of fun. This should be fun. See you at the track.